iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, as we look down on what the season opener will be right here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, better known as Gateway Motorsports Park. This track opened back in 1967, formerly known as the St. Louis International Raceway. Major racing series such as the Indy cars, the NASCAR Cup cars, the NASCAR Camping World machines, they've all raced right here. And right down the road, the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series also comes here to the Gateway City. Tonight, race fans, though, it is all about the drivers of the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Red Light Racing Modified Series. Tonight, the season opener here. 60 laps of racing competition to open up the season to see which one of these drivers can take the season to championship at the end of our regular season. To bring you all the racing action this season, my name is Roger Muth here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'll be with you side by side all season long to call the coverage here for the series. It's been a long off season. I say long off season as well. It's been exactly 4 weeks since the last time we've seen these drivers on the raceway. You're going to see a lot of old faces in the same places, but there's some rookies out there. Rookies this season going full-time. Jeff Styles is here. There's another one of those rookies out there, Justin Rigsby. Yes, that is the Justin Rigsby. You've seen him multiple times here on the network. He's going to come full-time this season here and battle for a championship. So we'll see which one of these drivers can battle out of the rookie class to battle with some of the veterans like Michael Trevorthan, Dalton Williamson, the two-time champion. And of course, there's a slew of other drivers in the field here tonight that could lead us all the way from lap 1 to lap number 60. The field is set, though, so let's head down trackside and get that starting lineup for you here for race number 1 of the season. Starting on the front row, he makes his debut here tonight. He drives car number 85. This is Jeff Styles in car number 85. To his outside, driving the Higgins Hill Racing Checker Flag Auto Supply number 40. This is Rob Higgins. He comes from the land of confusion, returning this season, driving car number 18, Mr. Confusion Motorsports. This is A.J. Hamill, making his second season here with the series, driving car number 41. This is Dan Murphy Jr. Back in P number 5, he gave a heck of an effort last season. He's out of Florida, driving car number 2, the Rev Esports entry. This is Michael Trevorthan starting in 5th. Starting all the way back into the 6th starting spot here tonight out of Massachusetts, driving the 14MA, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe entry. That's Brian Bianchi. Starting back in 7th, the two-time champion out of Tampa, Florida, driving the BK Paints Rev Esports number 1, that's Dalton Williamson. And driving car number 6 out of Virginia, the Six Rings Racing number 6, this is Eric Stout. He'll go 8th. Starting 9th on the grid here tonight, he hails out of the Midwest. They call him the awkward one. This is the number 73, Philly Edwards. And out of the Bragg Motorsports, number 31 entry, this is Dave Bragg. He'll round down the top 10. Back into the 11th spot out of Massachusetts, driving the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13, that is Joshua Buckley. And making his debut here tonight, driving car number 3, starting back into the 12th starting position here tonight, Justin Rigsby will pilot car number 3 back from 12. Starting back into the 13th starting position here tonight, all the way out of sunny California, driving the JL Audio number 25, that's Rob Haynes. Back into P number 14 here tonight as the field pulls away. That will be the Racing School entry, car number 8 here tonight. That will be Dan the Man Butler. Back into position number 15, hailing out of Ontario, Canada, driving the Liquid Molly K1 Graphics number 38 out of the Beefy Motorsports stable, that's Brandon Feeney. Mike Tashiro hailing out of the Racing School entries. He drives car 33, though he'll start back in 16th. That's Mike Tashiro. Back into the 17th spot, hailing all the way out of South Carolina, driving the 271 entry. It's the fan favorite, Aiden Alvecchione, starting 17th. 18th tonight will go to the number 11 of Sean Single out of Ayer, Massachusetts, while Rex Hoyle, the Colony Tire Service Center, number 54, will start 19th. Bob Higgins will go into position number 30 in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 30. He'll round down the field here tonight. 60 laps is the distance to kick things off here at Gateway for the season opener for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Modifieds here for Red Light Racing. The rookie, the number 85 of Jeff Stiles, will lead us to green flag this time by 20 cars strong have made the way here tonight for the season opener, and we are green for season number 2. Great start by the front row, but the outside lane really seems to be carrying down in turns number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for the first time here tonight, it will be car number 40. That is Rob Higgins. He will lead the way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Everybody really starting to single file themselves out. The Six Rings Racing number 6 of Eric Stout, though. Sideways hill. Oh boy, he had to hang on to that one. The Six Rings Racer there of Eric Stout had to hang on to lead lap number 1 of the season, though, will be Rob Higgins in the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40. But look at that number 6. Stout is falling now on the outside. He's heated those big wide tires up here on lap number 1. He's now stuck to the outside. He's got Philly Edwards in car number 73 down to the inside as they will battle down the back straightaway. Just ahead of them, Justin Rigsby, a side-by-side with the number 31 of Dave Bragg as they work down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Bragg is going to lift. He's going to give it to Justin Rigsby. So Rigsby is the early mover here with just 1.5 laps. Now 2 laps will be completed this time as the battle is for the race lead now. As Higgins opened up the door out of turn number 4. Here comes that number 85. Here comes Stiles as he works the inside of the speedway. He's got A.J. Hamill right behind him. And then look at Dan Murphy Jr. He is also right there hot to trot. So if anything happens at the front of this field, there's going to be a shuffling of the deck here tonight. Now you see that 85 really starting. Oh, contact back there. That's going to send the 41 of Murphy. Someone has gone around towards the mid-pack to bring the first caution flag of the evening out. So the first caution flag is on the speedway, and it looks like the number 11 of Sean Single and possibly Rob Haynes has brought this caution flag out. There you see the number 11 BK Paints entry, the driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts. So we'll have to take a look back. Also, the other car involved, I'm being told, is the JL Audio number 25. There you see the driver out of California. Santa Clarita, California for Rob Haynes. Travels all over the country, though, selling JL Audio equipment. Tuned in the other night to watch his live feed of him explaining all the products that JL Audio has. Learned a thing or two about marine audio. Let's take the look back, though, and see what happened here. There you see the black and green JL Audio entry getting into it with the number 8 of Dan Butler, and then Tashiro, and then Single. Single just barely makes some contact with that left front. So left front to left front contact there from Haynes and Single. There you see the contact already. The crash has already happened. Let's see if the truck... There we go. The truck has it this time. Down the back straightaway, and no clue it's coming. All of a sudden, you see the car unload. Around it goes for Haynes, and then the contact, and there's Single coming in. A little contact there from him. All drivers are able to carry on. Take a look here. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply onboard camera with Sean Single. Here's Single lift out of it. He sees it happening out in front of him, just right there. Can't quite whoa it up. Not much room to go to the outside there. So that's where the contact happens, and that is what's going to bring out the first caution flag of the season. All laps here tonight have been led by the rookie driver out of Kentucky here. There you see Jeff Stiles. He is, of course, our race leader. He's led all, but mistakenly, he did not lead the first one. That went to the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins, remember, qualified P number 2, but got the better of Stiles out of turn number 2 and led that first lap before that 85 fired back off. One car coming to pit road here, and it does look like, a couple takers. Here comes the number 54. That is Rex Hoyle driving the Colony Tire and Service Center. Brand new paint schemes on the 505 Motorsports stables. Last year they ran that maroon and white. This season, black and red. Classic looking colors here on the number 54 for Rex Hoyle. He'll come to pit road. Sean Single also is down on pit road currently. So we'll see if those drivers do wind up coming back out here. It does look like the lights are out on the iRacing.com safety car. So we should get things refired here after a handful of laps under our first caution flag of the evening, involving a couple cars around the mid-pack. Sean Single, Rex Hoyle, and the 33 of Mike Tasherode, Dan Butler, and the 25 of Rob Haynes. Those drivers were all involved in the first caution flag of the evening. Race fans, though, it's good to see you back out there tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether you're watching us live tonight on our YouTube feed or whether you're watching us over on Facebook, we appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Let these drivers know you really appreciate the racing action they put on here virtually from the iRacing.com platform. And make sure to check out our friends over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Not only coming with us on board this season with the modifieds, but also taking the naming rights to the Scrambler Series on Monday night. If you missed that Monday night race, boy, did you miss a good one. But this one's about to get even better as we're going to go back racing here. Green flag into the air. We're racing once again. 7 laps. 6 laps in the book. Working actually lap number 7. Everybody coming back up through this time. Stiles, though, not getting fooled by Higgins. He'll storm down the back straightaway as the race leader. It is Jeff Stiles as the race leader as they work down the back straightaway. Here comes A.J. Hamill. Oh, one of them into the wall. I believe that was the number 1, the 2-time modified champion. That's the driver out of Tampa, Florida. That was Dalton Williamson who got into the outside wall. It does jet out a little bit, about 3/4 of the way down the straightaway on the back straightaway, and I think he got that right front up into the outside retaining wall. So Dalton Williamson does lose a spot there. He was battling with A.J. Hamill, but now he's going to be back into the P number 4. Here comes Brian Yankee, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe number 14. Now taking a look down to the inside. The battles are for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th currently here in the top 10. Everybody else in the top 10 has single file and out. You'd have to go all the way back here to, well, is it going to be the Liquid Molly entry or the Jiffy Lube entry? 2 good old boys out of Canada, always up there cheering each other on. One down onto the apron. That's car number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney got the left side tires down onto the rumble strips, the apron. That's a no-go when you go down there. You get the car all sorts of out of shape like he just did. He was able to hang on to it, so a great driving ability there by the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Of course, Brandon Feeney races legends and late models up in Canada and pretty much anything that he can get his hands on. And talking about getting her hands on, how about this? The Arts Barber Shop. The Orca Coolers. Drain the Tanks entry of A.J. Hamill will confuse Jeff Stiles, and he will take the race lead here on lap number 9. Leading lap number 9 doesn't quite have that command of the race lead just yet. Now this time Jeff Stiles going to wash up down in turns number 1 and 2. That'll leave A.J. Hamill saying, oh, see you down the back straight away. Right on board with the A.J. Hamill number 18 looking back. That's the rest of the field that are behind him. Not going to be able to run away and hide here tonight. These cars are going to punch a big hole in the draft. As you see Jeff Stiles pull right back up on the back tail tank there of the 18 of A.J. Hamill. Hamill, though, will lead lap number 10 here tonight. So So he leads lap number 9 and 10, but here comes now Jeff Styles back down to the bottom side. A.J. Hamill's going to leave the bottom open. Slide, though, by the number 85 of Jeff Styles. Styles slides the tires down to turns number 1 and 2. Dalton Williamson going to be able to capitalize on Rob Higgins having to lift and check up. Now here comes Bianchi. Here comes the number 3 of Justin Rigsby also. Bianchi take a peek down to the inside, but it looks like that Higgins Hill Racing number 40 will slam the door shut. So it'll be Hamill coming across the line. Then it'll be Jeff Styles and Dalton Williamson side by side. It'll be Styles, though, when they hit the stripe. So that battle for second right now, it's a rookie and a two-time champion going door to door here, wheel to wheel, sideways for Dalton Williamson there a little bit, hanging it out that time as they come down the back straightaway. Look at them all charge at the camera. Styles will hold off the number 1 of Dalton Williamson for the time being. So it's Hamill, Styles, Williamson, Higgins, and Rigsby, your top 5. Bianchi, though, is trying to take it away. That 505 Motorsports. Tuxedos by Ted Entry. Of course, Ted's dressed up in all black here this season. Just a red bow tie, always looking classy, best dressed always. And right behind him, that is going to be Dan Murphy Jr. And look at the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 13. Joshua Buckley has made his way inside the top 10. He's currently running 8th. That's your top 8, kind of in a little bit of a breakaway themselves. You'd have to go just a little bit farther back before you would find the 9th place driver. That's the driver out of Florida, driving car number 2, the BK Paints entry, that neon green and black entry. That is Michael Trevarthen. He's leading that second charge. That would be Trevarthen, Stout, Bragg, and Feeney all wrapped up together, how they are running currently on the raceway. Styles still trying to figure out if he can run back down to 18. Right now, that's the biggest lead we have seen all night by any one of our race leaders. There you see A.J. Hamill leading the way. This is not AJ's first tour here with the Tour Modifieds. He ran season 1, the last 4 races to get geared up. He did run 1 season back in the SK Modifieds. Actually, I believe it was a season and a half in the SK Modified series. Has a handful of wins on the tour, though. Sideways, letting it eat. He's sideways. He's going to go down into the grass. AJ Hamill into the inside retaining wall. Out of turn number 2, A.J. Hamill comes to a rest. We stay green flag racing for the time being as A.J. Hamill is left sitting there. He will have to take the quick tow to pit road. We stay green. New race leader for the first time this season. Dalton Williamson sees nobody out ahead of him. He is our race leader. So there's the race leader. Oh, one car way wide and into the fence goes the number 85. That's Jeff Styles. He's up against the outside retaining wall. He was running second. He had a great run off into the corner. And then the car just took off. So as Jeff Styles goes up the raceway, he is going to drop outside the top 10 now because there goes Mike Taschereau in the 33. So as Taschereau goes around that number 85, question being, where will Jeff Styles wind up as they come across? He was Pete number 2 last time by. Pete number 12 is where he's at. Williamson still the race leader. Look who is in second, though. The rookie, driving car number 3, Justin Rigsby, is sitting there very quietly. He's picked up 10 spots here. He's having himself a really good run, but as he's been running really well. So is Brian Bianchi. Bianchi's going to pass car number 40 on the inside there. So put Brian Bianchi now in P number 3. So it's Williams, Rigsby, Bianchi, Higgins, Murphy, your top 5 drivers. Buckley is sitting right there. He's fallen off just a little bit. He had to check up. Didn't quite know where that 85 of Styles was going to wind up, so Buckley checked up. Now he's kind of sitting in no man's land. He's between that first group and that second group, just kind of stuck there. Gonna have to use all his veteran knowledge here to see if he can figure out how to run back down that front group. Or will it be Michael Trevarthen? You see him right there. It looks like he is starting to close the gap now on car number 2. That's car 2 for Michael Trevarthen, car 13 for Joshua Buckley. Everybody really starting to stretch themselves into single file, except for that 31 of Dave Bragg. He was just looking to the inside there. Didn't quite have the run. One driver looks like he has retired here tonight. That was the number 18 of A.J. Hamill. Looks like he has called it an evening. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes the rookie. He'll take a dive to the inside down to turn number 1. It looks like it won't be much of a battle from the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Williamson looks like he's trying to tuck down in front, but Brian Bianchi is also using his veteran cap and not allowing car number 1 to get quite down to the bottom side. Now it looks like Williamson will have a way to the bottom side if he would like to take it, and he will. They go back single file. It'll be Justin Rigsby, though, coming out of turn number 4 down the straightaway. It will be Justin Rigsby leading his first lap here on lap number 20 of his campaign. So it's Rigsby, Williamson, Bianchi, Higgins, and Murphy still the top 5 drivers here. Side by side between the 2 racing school entries. There you see the number 33, that's Mike Tasher on the outside in that white and silver entry. And the white and orange barred number 8, that's Dan Butler. Butler working the bottom side there, side by side. That is the battle for the 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th position, because that is also Philly Edwards working the inside there on Jeff Stiles. Stiles, remember, fell all the way back to that 12th position. Right now he's running 13th. Aiden Elvecchione, the youngster, is sitting there. The driver out of Charleston, South Carolina in the 271. He's got the biggest fan club I've ever seen on iRacing. Of course, Aiden's back there. He's picked up 2 spots right now, working slowly through the field, working himself in to P number 15. Still side by side, though. Dan Butler down to the inside here, trying to stay out of the team car. Don't want to get into the boss, that's for sure. As they battle side by side, there's also a side by side battle up towards the front, just outside the top 5, and that is because the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen got around Joshua Buckley. There you see them go down into turn number 1. So now to move Buckley all the way back to what looks like the 9th position. The last time his transponder has registered here tonight at the Gateway Raceway. There you see the Six Rings Racing number 6, the driver out of Virginia. That's Eric Stout this season, driving car number 6. Oh, Brandon Feeney going to go for a little bit of a slide to the inside wall. Feeney hung onto it. He will stay green. That Liquid Molly K1 graphics entry went for a big slide off turn number 4. Did make contact with the inside retaining wall, but he was able to keep it pointed in the right direction, so he'll fall all the way back to what looks like, one driver also into the wall. That's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30. That is Bob Higgins as he works down the back straightaway. There you see the Auto Value Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30. He was into the outside wall down in turn number 1. Very easy to do here. So Higgins and Feeney both on the same lap having some issues. They will fall back to 16th for Feeney, 17th for Higgins. One driver that is down a couple of laps is the number 54 of Rex Hoyle. Not quite sure how much damage is done to the 40 or if there's overheating problems on the Colony Tire and Service Center. Number 54, Rex Hoyle, is back there running into the 18th position currently. Rigsby still the race leader as they come by. They'll complete another lap. Put lap number 25 out of the 60 schedule here tonight for the season opener in the books. Still a 5-car breakaway. There's all 5 of them underneath the blanket as they work out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. All able to stay nose to tails, keeping themselves in a draft. Haven't seen anybody really step out of line. The reason you see those cars kind of popping out of line down the straightaway, and that's just to be able to see. Let's see if we can take a look here. Ride on board with car number 40. You're riding on board. Take a look. That's what you see. You're trying to find the leader. You're watching from the 4th car in line. See Higgins just keeping himself just to the left there of the drivers that are out in front of him, and one driver having some problems. That's the 85. Jeff Stiles having some problems off turn number 2. He is off the speedway and off the pace, falling all the way down to P number 17. He was running 13th. What a night it could have been for Jeff Stiles, the rookie here tonight. Looks like he'll bring car number 85 down to the access road. He'll be looking to come to pit road, but let's take a look back here. What happened to the 85, just sideways all by himself out of turn number 2. Tries to keep it off the fence as he locked it up. Unfortunately, he gets that left front hard impact into the infield wall there. Gets it gathered up back out onto the raceway, but he'll take it to pit road. So the 85 of Jeff Stiles now will have to see if he can get the car fixed and back out there, but it is all Justin Rigsby. He'll come by that time. He'll complete another lap as the race leader. So far, this rookie has shown these veterans he can play at the front of the field, that is for sure. Dalton Williamson just kind of sizing up the competition. Brian Bianchi right there, Rob Hagan. Remember, Dan Murphy Jr. is also sitting right there in this group. Looks like Sean Single and A.J. Hamill both. Actually, Sean Single is back out onto the raceway. Excuse me, I was about to call him in the garage here, but Sean Single is still out here tonight, still giving it a valiant go. As he had some issues on Monday night, he had some issues here early on in this one, so his week's not kicking off good to start his season here, whether it's in the Scrambler Series or here with the Modifieds. Dan Butler going around, that number 73 of Philly Edwards. Well, look at that. We have an Aiden fan out there, so let's just give you, there's that 271 entry. How about we take a ride along here with Aiden Alvecchione? Wheeling and dealing is Aiden Alvecchione. Made the pass there on the number 33 of Mike Taschereau. So that'll put Aiden up another spot. Oh, he goes down into the corner, though. He kind of gives it away just a little bit, but it's also going to check up the 33 of Taschereau. So maybe no harm, no foul there for the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione. Aiden's now moved up 4 spots from his starting position here tonight. The only driver, though, that has picked up double spots is, well, he was your race leader. Now here comes that number 1 of Dalton Williamson right back at him. Williamson trying to take the race lead back from Justin Rigsby. A good battle here as they work down the back straightaway, but Williamson was not able to put the power down, so we go right back to Justin Rigsby in car number 3. Rigsby holding off the 2-time champion. Rob Higgins still sitting back there. He has gotten around Brian Bianchi, so those two switch spots. Bianchi falling back into P number 4 for the time being with that Conley Tire and Service Center, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Rigsby, Williamson, Higgins, Bianchi, and Murphy. Murphy is still sitting there. He's just kind of biding his time. There you see that blue machine, that number 41, the New England driver, just sitting there all sorts of calm and not doing anything that's out of the ordinary right now. So he sits there in more troubles for the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney getting passed up by a couple drivers. It looks like Aiden Alvecchione to pick up a spot like Taschereau, Rob Haynes, and Bob Higgins. All picking up a spot after we are halfway home here tonight in the season opener. Here comes that 14, the Colony Tire and Service Center, number 14. Oh, Brian Bianchi trying to take P number 2 now down the back straightaway. Had a chance, had the opportunity. Going to have to tuck back in line. Doesn't want to lose this lead draft if he doesn't have to. So he'll just go back into line. Still a lot of racing left here. We are over the halfway home point here tonight. But, well, it's just a lot of racing. You don't want to use the tires up if you don't have to right now. You don't want to slide them as looking. 3 different lines down in turn number 1. Race leader Rigsby way to the outside. Williamson in the middle. Look at Bianchi down to the bottom side. They will go. They were 3 wide momentarily. And then they all kind of decided 3 wide wasn't going to work. Brian Bianchi hit the hooks just a little bit. Now here comes that number 40 right back after him, but the battle's back for the race lead. Here comes Dalton Williamson. This time he'll have a great turn off turn number 4 at the line. Dead heat, wheel to wheels. Rigsby going to get credited with that lap. So Rigsby getting credited with the lap, but Williamson has the bottom lane, and that, to me, would be the way you want to be. The shorter distance, hug the bottom side with these modifieds. But Rigsby says you can keep this old boy wound up to the outside. It's exactly what he did. And look at Higgins. Higgins is saying, hey, you can make this second lane work if you really try. He's up there. There you see the 14 of Bianchi back down to the bottom side. And he's actually going to make the inside work here of Dalton Williamson. Did Williamson push too hard? Did he use the tires up here? 23 laps to go now at the line. It's Rigsby. It was Bianchi, Williamson, Higgins, and Murphy still hanging out. He's being calm, cool, just like the other side of the pillow, while Williamson slides the tires once again off turn number 2. Rigsby likes looking in the mirror, though, seeing that those drivers are all battling, because every chance that they're side by side, it's allowing the car number 3 to slowly inch away here tonight. Here, Rigsby very ginger back into the throttle, then he hammers right back into her, and those RPMs are about to sing. On board with Brian Bianchi, falls back in line, back into the 3rd spot. Dalton Williamson was able to defend. Look at Rigsby. He's going down a little bit lower, trying to break the draft there between him and Dalton Williamson. Not a bad play. If you watch the Indy 500, you see them do that all the time on the straightaways. If you're a NASCAR fan, Talladega, Daytona, pretty much anywhere, Michigan, Auto Club that has those long straightaways and sweeping corners. You see the NASCAR drivers also do it. If you ever head to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway to see the modified tour, you'll also see them try that on the straightaways. But this is what Dalton Williamson is trying. He's trying to take the race lead back. It'll be 20 laps to go this time by here in the season opener. Williamson a dive to the bottom here to try and see if he can get the car to rotate. Driving it off the rear tires right now, letting her float. Here and work the throttle. Look, contact behind them for that 4th spot. That was contact between Rob Higgins and Dan Murphy Jr., both drivers out of Massachusetts. 3 Massachusetts boys, a Florida driver, and a rookie here inside the top 5 with 20 to go. It'll be just 19 to go at this point. 19 laps to go, and it is still all Justin Rigsby. But he is being pressured by Williamson and Bianchi. Just behind them, Dave Bragg, Michael Trevarthen, and Eric Stout. They're also having their own little battle. You see the sparks out of the front right there of Eric Stout's car down into turns number 1 and 2. Stout going to have to give the spot up to Michael Trevarthen. Dave Bragg's not willing to give up that battle yet, though. He's trying to take over that 7th spot. As they battle back here, they continue to battle up here. Here comes Higgins now. He'll work down to the inside on the number 1 of Williamson. He'll drive her off into the corner, trying to get her to stick, and almost contact there between the 40 and the 14. Both were able to keep it off each other, but it does look like the 40 of Higgins had to lift just a little bit. That'll allow the 14 to really drive away. He closes right back up on the back bumper of the race leader, Justin Rigsby. Now the battle for the race lead. Oh, Bianchi tried to go underneath. He'll actually be able to get to the quarter panel of that number 3. Will he be able to do anything, though, down into turns number 1? He'll drive it off into the corner. Bottom hooked up that time for that Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe entry. Look at him, but the momentum. Rigsby just able to roll that outside so good here tonight. That time, though, it looked like that number 3 of Rigsby bottomed out going down into the corner. New race leader, it'll be the 14 MA, Brian Bianchi. Race leader, crossover attempt coming here, though, by Rigsby. Rigsby, a dive back down to the bottom here in turns number 1 and 2. Will he be able to make anything happen? He had that outside all figured out, but now he's got the 40 to the outside. A little bit of a wobble that time by the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins really throwing caution to the wind. One car slow on the inside of the speedway. That was the number 8 of Dan Butler in the racing school entry, and I'm told he was off the speedway. This is what happened to Butler. He was battling with Philly Edwards. Oh, a little net code there, and hard impact for Dan Butler. Watch it from Dan Butler's view here. Ooh. A sudden stop, you heard the motor expire. Back to live action, though. Back to the front of the field here for this win. Look at Dalton Williamson now trying to take back that 3rd spot from the number 40 of Higgins. He's on the outside. So with Dan Butler making contact to the inside wall, he'll join the 18 of A.J. Hamill in the garage. 14 laps to go, and Sean Single is 12 laps behind. So as long as Sean Single can keep his number 11 machine on the speedway, he should leapfrog Dan Butler. Same with Jeff Stiles. Higgins bottoming out, going down into the corner. We've seen a lot of drivers here late in the race bottom that right front out, and it's actually going to open up the door. Dalton Williamson going to say thank you, and he takes back P number 3. He'll set his sights upon Rigsby and Bianchi, who currently hold the race top spots here tonight. Everybody else tonight through the field has single-filed themselves out. One driver that has picked up another spot, though. How about Aiden Alvecchione, the driver there? He has picked up another one. So now Aiden running into the 11th spot. One spot out of the top 10. He's just got to go up and find Josh Buckley and get around Granny Hips. Maybe he'll just take his walker and run away and hide from him. 12 to go. Look at the race lead. There's Rigsby pushing Bianchi, trying to get away from the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Williamson still hanging right there with him, and actually Williamson getting a good tow off the front too, because those cars are punching a big hole in the air here, putting a big, huge wake. See those clear spoilers? I don't know if you can catch them if the camera has a good shot of them. It possibly looks like, yeah, right there. There you can see the spoiler. That is huge. I believe it's like a 7.5-inch spoiler on the back of these machines. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Each division has their own spoiler length, but I think we're running about a 7.5 here tonight at Gateway. And that just pushes a huge hole in the air, and that does allow Dalton Williamson to close right back up. So it is a 3-car breakaway here, leaving Higgins and Murphy kind of behind here, hoping that these guys get racy up in front of them so they can slowly make their way back into position here, back into the battle. But this time when they come off turn number 4, at the line right here, they're going to get the double high five. It'll be 10 laps to go here tonight in the season opener. 10 laps to go, and I'm still going to call it a 5-horse race at the front of the field, even though the top 3 are starting to break away a little bit. They were faster than your 4th and 5th place driver last time by at the line, so your top 3 are starting to stretch out that gap. There is your race leader, Brian Bianchi. Colony Tire and Service Center, Tuxedos by Ted. Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe entry, leading here tonight at Gateway. They said they weren't just going to be best dressed this year anymore. The 505 Motorsports team has put in a lot of work in the offseason, testing and tuning, and it's all come down to the front of the field here tonight to see what they have as Justin Rigsby will take a bid to the inside down here in turn number 3. Will he be able to hold it to the floorboards here and take the race lead back? It'll be 8 to go this time by, and Justin Rigsby inserts himself as the race leader. But look at that Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14. He'll cross him over halfway down the straightaway. Now it'll be Bianchi to the inside here. Brian Bianchi gonna see, can he slide up in front of the number 3? He will on corner exit, but look at the run Rigsby's gonna get. Rigsby, instead of taking it to the inside, now he does. He went to the bars first. Now he'll dive back down to the inside. Look how close they come through corners 3 and 4 for the race lead. Side-by-side battle down. They come down the front straightaway. It'll be Brian Bianchi leading once again. Dalton Williamson just does not know where to go. He tries to push the 14 Massachusetts off into corner number 1. He gets himself a little tight. Then he has to now try and rebound and regroup. They go back single file for the race lead. Halfway down the back straightaway. 6.5 laps to go. 6.5 to go. Bianchi, Rigsby, Williamson. 6 to go. Rigsby looks like he's trying to lay off just a little bit, maybe possibly cool those tires off for one last final ditch effort for the race lead. A great run through turns 1 and 2 though. He'll be able to catch the back end of the number 14 down the back straightaway. Now he'll move to the inside. Not going to be able to do. He'll push the 14 off into the corner. Bianchi goes to the bottom to try and protect just a little bit. This time by at the line. It'll be just high 5 with 5 to go. 5 laps to go now. Your 4th and 5th place cars of Higgins and Murphy are starting to claw their way back into this. It still could be the 5-car battle for the win here tonight. Rigsby closed in once again on the Nerf bars. He'll lift a little bit early, try and get a good center exit off corners 3 and 4 here. And it looks like he'll be right back to the bars of the 14. 4 to go. 4 to go. Quickest car at the line that time by was actually Dan Murphy Jr. He ran a 34.41. Race leader with a 34.58. So those 4th and 5th place cars, they are really coming. It's not just our imagination of looking at the screen so much here tonight. They are starting to make some headway with 4 to go. Lap traffic does not seem to be out in the distant future here for your race leaders. This should come down to just mano-y-mano, 3 to go at the line. 1 car off the speedway here, I do believe, is the 33 of Mike Taschereau. He comes back out onto the raceway. Got loose off turn 2. We've seen turn 2 be a very treacherous place here tonight. Back to the battle for the race lead. Rigsby going to open up. He gets Bianchi to just overstep just a little bit. Rigsby has the inside momentum. Now can he just have a good corner? Or will it be Brian Bianchi? We've seen the outside work. We've seen the inside work. Drifts high a little bit that time for Brian Bianchi on exit of 3 and 4. He's got the number 1 of Dalton Williamson as the popsicle sticks fly. It'll be just 2 more times to go here tonight. Four out of the top 5 drivers have never won. 1 driver's a rookie. 1 driver has never finished on the podium at all with the series. Count 2 drivers. This time by, when they come out of 4, they're going to look up. They will see the white flag presented by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. It's the final lap around Gateway. Bianchi is not giving up on the outside. He'll swing wide, though, down to the corner. Here comes Higgins. 3 wide, wrecking out of turn number 2. It'll be all Justin Rigsby. He has set sail as these drivers are all linked together. It'll be Rigsby coming out, smelling like a rose, as he'll look out of turn number 4 all by himself to pick up his first career win and his first ever start with the Modified Series here with Red Light Racing. It'll be Justin Rigsby going to victory lane. So Rigsby comes out clean and clear. It'll be Brian Bianchi coming across in second with Dan Murphy Jr. in third. A scramble for 4th. It'll be Michael Trevarthen. And coming away with a top 5, his first top 5 of his career. That'll be Dave Bragg. Then it'll be Eric Stout in 6th. 7th to go to Philly Edwards. Dalton Williamson will go in 8th. Aiden Alvecchione will take a 9th place here tonight. Josh Buckley will go 10th. Brandon Feeney unofficially is 11th. Looks like Rob Higgins will go 12th then after being inside the top 3 on the white flag lap. Then it'll be Bob Higgins back in 13th, 14th to go to Rob Haynes. He battles back here tonight. Mike Taschereau 15th. Rex Hoyle will go 16th. Jeff Stiles will go into the 17th spot while Sean Single is 18th. 19th to Dan Butler and A.J. Hamill will then round down our 20-car field. Race fans, what do you say we take a look back on that white flag lap as Justin Rigsby will come around here and he'll park it on the start-finish line. Take a look here at this final lap here tonight. Down into the corner they went after they got the white flag. The 14 going to slide high here. And, of course, it's the white flag lap. Nobody's going to give. And all of a sudden they just come 3 wide into each other. And nobody's going to give. Nobody's going to lift. Everybody comes together. Higgins spins it around. And, oh, boy, got close there. I believe that was the Dave Bragg entry that came full throttle through there. You're not going to give up. You're not going to stop or pull over to check if he's okay. So that's what transpired on the last lap here tonight. Boy, what a race it was, though, here tonight at Gateway. We still got post-race interviews to go. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your post-race show here from Gateway.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans. 60 laps have been completed here tonight at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, better known as Gateway Motorsports Park. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing rolled in here for the opening round of the season. For the first time ever they have ever come to Gateway. They didn't come with the SK Modifieds, but they came here with the Tour Modifieds, and they put on one heck of a show. We do have your top 3 standing by here, and we can officially say here tonight for the first time ever, there you see it on screen, that's car number 3 of Justin Rigsby. He goes to victory lane in his first ever start here with the series. Let's head down trackside here to talk to him. Justin, a great race here tonight for you in this brand new number 3 machine here with Red Light Racing. Walk us through your night after you had to pick up 11 spots here.
Roger, I'm still trying to catch my breath. Man, that was wild. Very bad qualifying run. Just as you could probably see during the race, turns 1 and 2 is really tough, especially on cold tires. Once we got our feet under us, we made our way through the field and with the help of a couple incidents. But man, that was a blast. I don't know last time I'd been in these cars, and I forgot how fun they were, and the guys racing around me. That was wild. I was giving it all I had up there, and I just was sure they were just waiting to jump all over me, and it happened with about 10 to go, and just swapping back and forth, and yeah, somehow I got back around the 14, and then they all piled up behind me, so that helped a little bit too. So it was just, I feel like it was more luck than talent getting me here tonight, but we're still going to celebrate it.
You talked about how the corner was a little slippery down there. Were you worried on that final lap, though? You down to the inside. I believe that was Brian Bianchi at the time, was to the outside. We've seen the inside lane work a handful of times, but we've also seen that outside lane where you worry that Bianchi was going to get the run down the back straight away.
It was a fear. That's why I was trying to play with it within the last 10 laps, because I wasn't good down there. I don't feel like I was, but on a perfect lap, you could stay door to door there, and just if you at least had your nose getting into 3, I knew I could beat them through there. But I would have rathered the outside, but most of the night I don't know if that worked for me either. But I can't say enough respect these guys gave, especially me being new here. I know I beat and banged with 14 a little bit, bump drafting him and stuff, and ultimately I don't know if I bumped him right before the corner that got him up the track a little bit that helped me get here. But hopefully we all look at that as just awesome fun racing, because that's what it was to me, and glad we was able to get the win.
Did it occur to you at any point here tonight as the rookie, when you looked in the mirror, you had the two-time champion of Dalton Williamson just kind of hanging out back there, and some rookie or some veterans like Bianchi and Higgins were there, and you being that oddball of the rookie, did you think anybody was going to work with you here tonight or give you a little bit of slack on that leash?
No, that goes back to me feeling like I was a sitting duck and giving it all I had just to stay up there. I tried to do a little research coming into this league. It was recommended from some guys, and I did notice the amount of wins Dalton had and the championships, and I got to run a few practice races with him, or a couple, and he was fast in both of those, and we did all we could just to hang on to his back bumper. So I was nervous. But you never know what's going to happen until you cross the finish line, and luckily we were the first ones.
As you were the first ones to cross the finish line here tonight, Justin, the red carpet is going to roll out for the first time ever. The microphone is yours. Who makes this all possible back home in the garage to get you so fast here on the track?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Attitude Graphics, Matthew Spinks, for giving me this awesome paint wrap on this tour mod, and he made it look good with Ryan's Fatted Calf Meat Shop here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, as well as Heritage Barbershop. Just glad to have a slick-looking ride and able to get it into victory lane, and hopefully we can get a few more podiums this season.
Well, there you hear it from one of the Rookie of the Year candidates. That's Justin Rigsby. He will take car number 3 to victory lane in his first ever attempt here with the modified series for Red Light Racing. So Rigsby comes across the line first. Right behind him, though, well, with a little bit of a beaten up and banged up tuxedo machine. How about a Brian Bianchi? How was your night out there as you came across NP number 2?
Oh man, that was fun. That was just a blast. We were bump drafting, but everybody was respectful. That was just a blast. I threw it in there at the end because I was on the outside, but I didn't really hold it. That's why we were 3 wide there. But I mean, that was fun. I was so close, Roger. I was this close.
Well, you brought the new paint out here tonight, and it was definitely flashy, that is for sure. And what did you do in the offseason to turn this 14 machine from running about the 6th to 7th position tonight to put you in position to pick up your first ever win?
Just thanks to Rex. He does the paints as well, so thanks to him for that. But just thanks for Rex. We just worked on, just little things, getting ready. I just feel like I'm getting better and better every week.
Seat time, they say, is one of the best things for these Tour Modifieds. And when you look at the season that's coming up here with the Tour Modifieds, we're going to some tracks that maybe we haven't gone to before, like we've never been here to Gateway. But next week we go to a track that's very familiar to you in your group. We head to Thompson. What's the outlook looking like after we leave Gateway to head to Thompson?
I mean, I think it's good. We got to beat Dalton, of course. But I live 15 minutes from the track, and that's it's my home track. So hopefully we have a good run there.
You talk about home track. I believe, weren't you just there this past weekend? Did I see that right?
Yep. I was there on Saturday, and unfortunately they canceled Sunday, but it's this Saturday, so hopefully we get to go again.
Absolutely. It's race time all across the world, and we love this time of year when everybody's getting back out to the racetrack, just like we were back at it here tonight. Brian, another great run for this group here, but who made this all possible? The off-season with the paints and the sponsors back home that keep the wheels on the car rolling.
Again, Rex for the paint and, the lessons and all the practice and stuff we do. Culpeper's Bakery, Colony Tire, Christina Custom Cuts, Zeno's Luxury Jackets, autism awareness. Without all these people, it wouldn't be possible.
There you hear it from the driver out of Massachusetts. He drives car number 14. He'll come away with a couple scuffs on that brand new car, but he'll finish P number 2 here tonight. Congratulations to Brian Bianchi and that whole crew. But how about the man who's going to finish now in P number 3? We've seen him out there before with the tour, and well, now tonight, Dan Murphy, you bring car number 40, won home P number 3. You sat back there in 5th for a lot of this race, and then at the end of it, the floodgates opened up, the seas parted, and you wind up P3 at the end of this.
Hey, Roger, thanks. Yeah, I think I had the best seat in the house for the race. I went into the race thinking that I do like this track, and I had a chance of finishing probably the top 10. Went out there, and we got in that top 5 or 6, got a pack race in there, and I was watching the relative, and we kept pulling away, and I was hoping we didn't get a caution, because then the back of the field would catch all back up to us. And towards the end, I was just pushing. I was trying to get Robbie up to the front, pushing him. But there was a lot of action in front of me, so I kind of sat back, and they all got 3 wide and bunched up in front of me. And I didn't even know what happened until I watched the replay. I just kind of kept my foot in it and went. And coming down the back stretch to the checkered flag, I didn't even know what position I was in, but came home with a 3rd.
A 3rd place, when you look at it, though, when you look at the names that you finished ahead of here tonight, in the point standings, you're going to sit 3rd now leaving here. That's got to feel pretty good to start a brand new season inside the top 3 in points at the end of the first round.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. There was a bunch of good guys in front of me. We're all raced pretty clean. And I was going to finish 5th or 6th. It just happened that they got all bunched up in front of me, and I finished 3rd. But yeah, next week I think is Thompson. I'll be working next week, so I'll have to miss Thompson, and I don't like the track anyways on iRacing, so works out.
Well, I guess it's a win-win for you then. You come away with a podium here, and you're going to get to miss one of your least favorite tracks here on the service. It's sad that we're not going to get to see you next week after such a great finish. But hey, how about this? Microphone's yours, who made it all possible back home.
Yeah, I want to thank Turn 3 Racing Network and you, Roger, for broadcasting it. Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Josh Buckley for helping me get into this league. And my parents, they're watching the race at home right now. Thanks, Roger.
There you hear it from the driver out of, I believe it is Pepperell, Michigan. That is Dan Murphy Jr. in car number 41. He'll come across the line here tonight, sitting in 3rd. So Justin Rigsby takes home the win in his first ever race. It'll be Brian Bianchi in 2nd. Dan Murphy Jr. heard from those top 3. Then it was Michael Trevarthen sitting in 4th, and Dave Bragg walking away with his first ever top 5 here tonight after 60 laps at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, better known to a lot of the race fans tuning in here tonight, the Gateway Motorsports Park. So tonight's race at Gateway is done. That's in the books. We're done with that one. Where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us on April the 14th, our next scheduled race here for the Modified Series. That will be at the Thompson Speedway before we head down to Pensacola, Florida on April the 21st. We'll go to Five Flags before we come back north a little bit to South Carolina on April the 28th is where we're headed to the virtual Myrtle Beach Speedway. The best thing about iRacing is Myrtle Beach may be knocked down, but here on iRacing we will forever get to race there. So that's the next 3 races scheduled here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. Everybody, for all of us at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show from the Gateway Raceway, and we can't wait to do it again in 7 days' time when we do head back to the Northeast to Thompson. So until we see you next week, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.